Welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at determining the highest common factor between pairs of numbers. This will be useful for when we're doing factorization, also for simplification of algebraic equations or expressions. Alright, let's get started. So for our first one, we have A, which is find the highest common fraction or the highest common factor between the following numbers: 12 and 18. Now in order to solve this, all we need to do is list all the factors of each number and find the one that the two have in common that is the highest number. So if we look at 12, factors of 12 include 1, because 1 times 12 is 12, 2, because 2 times 6 is 12, 3, because 3 times 4 is 12, and that also means that 4, 6, and 12 are also factors. For 18, we have the same kind of thing. 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 6, and then 9, and then 18 itself. Okay? So for all of these, the highest common factor between them is going to be 6. In which case, for A, the HCF is equal to 6. Looking at B, we have 15 and 20. What is the highest common factor between these two numbers? So for both of these, we can see that they're multiples of 5, but let's just start off by listing the simple ones. 1 is obviously going to be a factor, but that's not going to be very useful. And then we have 3, 5, and 15. For 20, we'll have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20 itself. The highest common factor between these two is going to be 5. Let's look at C. 24 and 36. So if we look at 24 and 36, well, the factors of 24 are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. And remember that when we're doing this, you don't necessarily have to list them all out like this. You can start with the one that you recognize to be some of the highest, or one value that you see between them that is in common. This is just a way of doing it until we can kind of do that intuitively. It's also important to recognize that when we are doing this and we're listing factors, we're listing them in pairs. So 1 times 24 is going to be both of those numbers will be factors. 2 times 12, both will be factors. 3 times 8 will both be factors, and 4 times 6 will both be factors. So whatever two numbers multiplied together give us our eventual number are all going to be factors. So if you don't want to list them like this in sequential or ascending order, you can do them in pairs as you go through. Okay, the multiples or the factors for 36 are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Now, what value is the highest these two have in common? Well, it's going to be 12. So the HCF is equal to 12. Alright, our last one for D is going to be 28 and 42. So 28 and our factors of 42. So factors of 28 are going to be 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. And the same is going to apply for 42. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. Now for both of these, they are both divisible by 7, but the highest common factor for both of them is going to be 14. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.